It's actually been nice over the last few days, so I decided to move my voltage gauge for the amp from right there, where it now has these two little holes. That's kind of annoying, but that's where. From there to there, originally it was being covered by the wheel right there, so it wasn't the best to see, so I would basically have to peek my head over in order to see, but now it's right next to this little drawer thing, probably for like phones. Yeah, whatever. Basically, I rewired the negative of this to right there. I'll show it once I get the head unit off. I figure I might as well also show how I did some of the extra stuff behind here, but yeah, now I got the negative ran to there. Originally, it was actually ran, you might be able to see from my other videos, but basically I had the wires running down right here. Then I had the other wire, the negative, that is, running from down there, wrapped it around, and had it coming out through here, which is down in seat well, and running through here, through to the back, and then I had it down there, where I had the negative for my amp, right there. Essentially, all I did was splay the wire, and then I wrapped it around the bolt, and then tightened the bolt. It works, it's just not safe, so if you were to, like, pull it, it would probably spark, and then there would be a fire, and since that's the gas tank, you know. So I figured I would change it. I figured I'd show this right now, but essentially the only terminal that works behind this bolt, well, both of those bolts, is this terminal. And this is for, this is for a terminal and connector assortment from Harbor Freight. That's what I used. It won't look too proper, but it works. I think I got it from that one. But, yeah, that's what I have behind there. I'll somewhat show it when I get this head unit off, but, yeah, I redid some of the wiring. Now I'm going to redo some of the bolts, especially since it's kind of sharp. Actually, that shows the wiring. So, the blue wire, that, yeah, you can just barely see, but I drilled into the back of that, which allowed me to run the wires underneath that in between the AC unit. So, yeah, I'll show this after I get the head unit off. And, as again, that's just 10 mil, or you use a 10 mil to get it off, so. Yeah, I'll be back after I get this off. That's the amp's volt gauge negative, which, yeah, just ran it underneath, then right to there. And you're going to have to remove some material in between there, so you can actually get it to seat properly, since there's all of that, and there's a lot of pulling, and things just wouldn't work out all that well, unless if you were to remove some material. Also, like I said, this is the only terminal that'll work with the screws that bolt this thing in from the 150-piece set. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get the phone behind here. So, So that red cord right there, cable, that one's the positive for the amp's voltage gauge, which I just have that twisted around the positive cable itself. It reads, so that's perfectly fine by me. And trying to get it, yeah. This is the actual reason why I have it removed right now. I'm going to be switching out these screws, for some screws that come with wall anchors. It's my version of using a nut on a bolt. It keeps it more secure, in my opinion. And also behind there, as you can see, the little metal thing right here, the metal screw right here, that's also pretty sharp. And I'm probably also going to be using wall anchor on that too. So, yeah, I'll end up figuring that one out. Oh, one more thing. So, this is a ground loop isolator. The car has an issue with picking up the sound of the alternator. Pretty much the only way to get rid of it is to use a ground loop isolator to the front and the rear speakers. So yeah, that just plugs into your adapter. Or at least I had to use 2. So there is a second one down there, but like I said, it's down there. So yeah, they're usually way down. But yeah, ground loop isolator, just attach the corresponding speaker outputs to the corresponding outputs of the ground loop to your head unit. Yeah, I'm not quite sure where the second one is, but yeah, they work, and they're pretty much the only way to get rid of the alternator squeal. Figured I would show that I got the wall anchors on for both sides of the amp's volt gauge. Also, the little piece of plastic I'm using to hold it up is actually a piece of a dog crate. So, yeah, I just cut some of that plastic off, and then, well, the rest is what it looks like. So, just doing this to show that, yeah, it works. So, you can obviously ground it behind here, all that stuff. Also, figure I'd go ahead and do a little bit of a demo. Just, you know. Yeah, it hits. And obviously, yeah, so this thing will fluctuate due to voltage and all that shit. I still don't got a big 3 on this, so yeah, I'm probably gonna end up doing that at some point. And also, I only got 4 gauge in this thing, which is okay, but yeah, if you're really trying to go for a proper sound install, you're gonna want to go with 0 gauge. And also, my amp isn't that big; it's only 1600 watts, so not quite sure when I'll end up ever doing that, but at some point I'm gonna end up doing the big 3 underneath the hood and upgrading all the wiring around the car. Yeah.
Me, I gotta know, is there a reason it was so?
No bass, but yeah. Yeah, it hits. Alright, that's pretty much it from this.